we start with the top story tracking right now. As we see a lot of chaos in Bangladesh post the Sheikh Hasina government completely collapsing. What we see right now is that the states in India are taking a lot of making sure that the borders of Bangladesh are well protected and there's high security. Assam government viewers, from what we are learning, has issued a high alert to all its districts bordering Bangladesh. In fact, what we can tell you, viewers, 267.5 kilometers of international border with Bangladesh. Assam shares a huge long border with Bangladesh, and all these areas are on high alert. District commissioners and superintendents of police have been instructed to personally monitor the border situation. The Assam government is also keeping a very close eye on integrated checkposts at different states. We're talking about Tripura, Assam and Meghalaya. So these are the top states where we are seeing a lot of vigil at those areas. Now, the borders have in fact been fortified. We have a colleague, Kishale, who has been on the ground and has been getting all the details. My colleague Kishale has filed a report from the India-Bangladesh border in Tripura. Let's have a look at this report.
Right now I am standing very close to the border in a temple called Koshbeshwari Kali Mata Temple, or Koshba Kali Badi. This is the area where we are hearing that there is much effect of the violence that's happening in Bangladesh. And on the other side, I'll request my VJ, Amit Shet, we can show our viewers that how just beyond that pond, which we can also see BSF Jawans close to that pond. Just beyond that pond, the land area which is visible is Bangladesh, which means the two sides of the pond, at one side it is India, on the other side it is Bangladesh. That is the exact area where the fencing lies. But what's happening on this side of the border is a cause of concern. We are hearing that this place is usually bustling with tourists and the Tirtha Yatris who come here for darshan in this Kali temple. But right now what we are seeing is almost empty. I'll just try to go inside the Kali temple for our viewers, and this is an exclusive report of Republic Network, and I'll try to show that what's happening inside the Kali temple is usually not so empty. That's what the locals are saying. They're saying that it's usually bustling with people who come here for darshan and puja. I'll try to show what's happening. It's almost empty. We can see a few devotees who have come, a few of them who have come here, but mostly it is empty today. And this is Koshbeshwari Kali Mata. She's right here, standing for all the devotees, blessing the devotees right in front of the border, just a few meters away from the border. She's right here, and her deity is worshipped daily. We can also see Pujari sitting here. He performs the daily puja activities. I'll try to speak, if he can speak in Hindi for a while. आप यहाँ पे पूजा करते हैं, आज क्या भीड़ कम लग रहा है हिंसा के बाद?
नहीं, कम तो नहीं है, टाइम आदमी आता है।
अच्छा, बांग्लादेश में जो हिंसा हो रहा है उसका आपको खबर है? बांग्लादेश में जस्ट बॉर्डर के उसी पार में हिंसा का खबर आ रहा है, आपको पता है ये?
पता है।
अच्छा, तो थोड़ा टेंशन या
नहीं टेंशन नहीं, हमारा
इस बार पूरा सेफ
है। नीचे BSF है, हमारा पुलिस का स्टाफ है मंदिर में।
हाँ, मंदिर में भी पुलिस का,
हाँ।
मंदिर पूरा सेफ है। उस पार में जो हो रहा है कोई ऐसा खबर मिल रहा है कि इस पार में इन्फिल्ट्रेशन? ऐसा नहीं। So what he's saying is it is completely safe in this temple because BSF is guarding the temple, and also he's saying that there is police personnel who are inside the temple always guarding the temple. The pujari is saying that usually the devotees come here when the puja time begins, but what we are getting to know from the locals here, from the shopkeepers here, is that there are a lot more people at this time, but today they are not here because what's happening here in Bangladesh. So I'll be speaking to the locals here and I'll try to understand what's happening.
हाँ कम आ रहा है इधर लोग।
आदमी कम है,
हाँ कम है।
पहले आप ज्यादा आता था।
हाँ ज्यादा आता है।
और आपको आप बोले कि उधर हिंसा होता है तो आपको सुनाई भी देता
सुना है, बहुत सुना जाता है इधर।
है। क्या सुनाई देता है?
और तो बुमाई आवाज, पटका आवाज है,
हाँ।
हल्ला चिल्ला करता है।
So the locals are saying, as I said, that when the violence happens, when they are using bombs and explosions, sounds of that are usually coming here because the border is so close. The shopkeepers are also saying that the pujari, what the pujari just said, that usually people come during the puja time, but the shopkeepers are saying that there are a lot more people who come here at this point of time, but they are not here today because the violence that's happening in Bangladesh, people are coming less, and also that BSF is more alert at this point of time. They're also saying that they can actually hear what's happening on the other side when they're exploding bombs or when they're shouting or there are some other violence that's happening. This is an exclusive report for Republic TV with video journalist Amit Sheikh. This is Kishalay. Right now I'm standing at a place which is quite secluded. It is quite away from Agartala and it is in a fringe location in Tripura, and very few channels or very few people have come here actually, but what I'll show you some exclusive visuals right here. I'm standing at Comilla View Tourist Lodge. So the name itself suggests that Comilla, a place in Bangladesh, can be viewed from here. That is what the name suggests, and it is a tourist lodge. But what I'll show you is that since the violence happened, the locals are saying that this huge guest house has been closed. That is, the local sources are saying. We do not have confirmation whether exactly when the violence started it closed or not, but the locals are saying, the local shopkeepers are saying that it is closed since the violence erupted, this whole guest house. But what I'll also show you, show our viewers right now, is that this iron railing, this part is India. But what I can show you, there is a no man's land in between, and on the other side, the wired barb, the wired fence that I'm showing you, that is the area. Beyond that is Bangladesh. So I'm showing you right now a particular place which has just a wired fencing. Beyond that, there are trees and there is quite a lot of greenery. But the other side is Bangladesh, and between that area and this iron railing is a no man's land. No one is there. A red house which is abandoned can be viewed from here, and beyond that there is nothing. On the other hand, I'll show you once again this huge guest house. My video journalist Amit Sheikh is showing this huge guest house which has been closed for now. Also, other houses as well on the other side also looks abandoned. No one is here. Almost everything looks abandoned in this place. No people, no one. The whole guest house, usually bustling with tourists, has been closed. Why it has been closed is a question we don't know from authorized sources, but locals are saying this is because of the violence. Also question about the particular area which I showed. This is the iron railing beyond which I showed you the wired fence. The question is, we saw that how BSF Jawans have been deployed here. The numbers have been increased. They're very vigilant in the whole area to ensure that no infiltration happens. The locals are saying they can hear the sound of explosions in the night when the chaos in Bangladesh continues. They can actually hear that. So the question among the local is also the fact that in these wired fence areas, whether in night there is any infiltration happening or not is a question that the locals are asking. But of course the BSF and the army is very vigilant here to ensure that no infiltration happens and that everything is secure in this place. This is an exclusive report from Tripura with video journalist Amit Sheikh. This is Kishalay for Republic TV. I'm standing at a place which is a very serene location. There is a beautiful pond behind me, and we can see these trees, beautiful trees. But behind that pond, I'll request my video journalist to zoom in to the other side. Beyond that pond, the barbed wires that we can see, the other side is Bangladesh. Therefore, what I'm effectively saying is the pond has divided the nation, the land into two parts. One is the Indian nation, which is this side of the pond, and on the other side is Bangladesh. We can see the barbed wires, the fences that separates the two countries. What I am also effectively saying that this particular tree just beside me, is in Indian soil. This beautiful tree just beside me is in Indian soil. This is Indian soil that I am touching. But beyond this, if we go to that pond, the pond starts, that is Indian land, and we can see the pond stretching till that barbed wire, those fences there, that wire, fences, iron beams. That is the place which demarcates India and Bangladesh. The other side, we can also see small white houses. Those are Bangladeshi houses. That's the land of Bangladesh. The locals are saying the border is so close that they could even hear, yesterday when there was violence going on, they could even hear the explosions and the people shouting. They are also saying that they could see the houses burning on the other side. They actually told us that on camera, that they actually witnessed the violence on the other side. However, in this side of the border, BSF has been, the number of troops BSF has deployed here has been increased. However, some of the locals were also saying that there is a tension about the fact that when violence is happening on the other side, they do not want anyone to infiltrate illegally and come in this side, because we can see there are forest areas. The whole area is forest, and beyond that we can see the barbed wires and then Bangladeshi houses. It is so close. So the locals are saying it is a matter of tension, it is a matter of concern that no one should cross the border. They're also saying that they have confidence on the BSF and Indian government that something like that would not occur, and they feel safe and secure here. This is an exclusive report for Republic TV. This is Kishalay with video journalist Amit Sheikh.